Yo, what's going on everyone, Z-Karma here, and welcome back to another Borderlands 3 video. Today is a great day to be a Borderlands fan. With the help of some awesome content creators, Gearbox has finally shown off two new skill trees, Flax and Amara's. In this video, I'll be going over Amara's new skill tree, and let me tell you that it is kind of insane. So really quickly before I get into it, if you are excited for the future or find this video informative, a like rating is greatly appreciated, and if you want to subscribe to help me get to 25,000 subscribers, that'll be awesome as well. First off, this is Amara's skill tree, so her action skill element will be Cryo. And now for the main action skill, it is called Phase Flare, and it says, Amara summons an orb of elemental energy that deals elemental damage to a nearby enemy. If you melee the orb, it will fly forward, and if you press your action skill button, it will fly back at you. The orb will have an impact damage of 7205 and an area damage of 1441 per second. Keep in mind, this is without any mayhem scaling. Additionally, every time you melee the orb to fly forward, it will gain increased damage based on the damage that you deal to it. So using something like a Cycle Stabber and a good melee build will be the key to success here. We also have another action skill option, it's called Glow Up. Instead of dealing splash damage to enemies, Amara's orb grants nearby allies health regeneration. You can also melee the orb towards your downed allies to grant them a second wind. Really good skill when playing co-op. We also have Shooting Star. Amara summons an orb of elemental energy that deals constant elemental damage. Melee the orb to fly it forward to an enemy and damage them, which also increases the overall damage of the orb. Additionally, it will constantly shoot out elemental projectiles at the last enemy Amara damaged. This actually seems pretty good for mobs and maybe a single target with those projectiles at the end. I was actually watching Joel's dude use this and he was getting really close to hitting 1 billion damage with the orb. No doubt you can reach damage cap if you build around correctly. And for the last action skill, we have Light Fantastic. Amara summons an orb of elemental energy that deals constant elemental damage. Whenever Amara damages an enemy, the elemental orb automatically travels to that enemy, and when you kill an enemy, the orb gains increased damage. So basically, whenever you spawn this orb, any enemy you shoot, the orb is going to travel in that direction. It's a lot of fun. Now for the action skill augment, we have Expedite. Whenever Amara kills an enemy with her action skill, she gains increased action skill cooldown rate until she activates her action skill again. The cooldown rate is plus 30% per enemy killed. This is kind of insane. Ties that bind and this new action skill can kill multiple enemies easily. So this can probably replace any augment in my opinion. Next, we have the tier 1 skills. First, there's Trust in Yourself. Whenever an enemy breaks Amara's shield, she gains 20% reload speed, 40% charge speed, and 80% weapon swap speed whenever you max it out. These effects are doubled if Amara's shield is broken by a melee attack, so it seems like it would be good to use at the Guardian takedown since those Guardians are always punching you. Next, we have No Mistakes in Nature. Whenever Amara inflicts a status effect on an enemy, she gains increased melee for a short time. At max, it will deal plus 65% melee damage. It's worth noting that Amara can easily create status effects with the help of Violent Tapestry, so this melee bonus should always be active. And for the final tier 1 skill, we have Heavy Rain. Amara's weapons gain 70% increased projectile speed and 35% splash damage once you max it out. This is going to be really nice for those backburner builds or just any splash builds in general. Moving on to the tier 2 skills, we have Go With The Flow. Whenever Amara freezes an enemy, she gains increased movement speed and weapon damage for 16 seconds. At max, you get 21% gun damage and 9% movement speed. We also have Unweave the Rainbow. Amara deals bonus damage of her action skill element whenever she deals melee or splash damage to frozen enemies. The current bonus at max is 33% of damage dealt, which is a ton. It's even more than the Red Tree Capstone. And then we have Ebb and Flow. Whenever Amara kills an enemy with the melee attack, she gains a portion of the damage dealt back as health, which is kind of insane. This is basically melee lifesteal, and if you think about it, the Face Puncher deals a ton of damage, so you can kill enemies easily with one shot and easily get 63% of that as lifesteal every single time. Next, we have the tier 3 skill, which is Combo Breaker. Killing an enemy with the melee attack has a chance to reset Amara's action skill cooldown. The reset chance at max is 20%. Again, a pretty interesting skill that some might find useful, especially when using action skills with long cooldowns like phase slam and cast skills. Now for tier 4, Joyful Freedom. After activating her action skill, we gain increased melee damage for a short time. Another melee skill that at max deal plus 70% melee damage. This is just silly, melee damage for days, it's crazy. And then we have Burn Both Ends. After activating action skill, gain increased threat for a short time, drawing attention of all enemies in a huge radius, and whenever Amara is dealt damage by an enemy, she gains increased damage for a short time. So she will gain 5% damage, which stacks up to 15 times. That is at max 75% increased damage. Amara does not have many skills that increase her damage, so this is actually kinda nice. Now for tier 5, Body and Mind. This is a kill skill. Amara's melee damage deal bonus splash damage for a short time. It does say that the bonus is 2925, but I'm pretty sure that this has mayhem scaling, so in my opinion, this is a very good skill. Next, we have another kill skill, Free the Soul. Whenever Amara kills a frozen enemy, splinters fly out from that enemy and home to nearby enemies, dealing cryo damage. That damage is 9480, but again, this will receive mayhem scaling, so don't worry about the low damage number. And we have Atman. We gain increased action skill damage that is 27%, which is additive with increases from class mods or do harm. So if you are running do harm, which is very likely, this skill does not seem worth it. And finally, for the capstone, we have Clear the Mind. This is a kill skill. After killing an enemy, Amara ignores enemies' elemental damage resistance for a short time. This does not affect elemental immunity. This is actually kinda nice, although I don't think I would take it over the red or blue tree capstones. It is still pretty good in case you are fighting enemies with weird resistances like Trant or Wotan. And that is the end of the video. This is Amara's 4th skill tree. Let me know what you all think about this. And if you found this informative or helpful in any way, a like rating is always appreciated. And if you want to subscribe for more content like this, that'll be awesome as well. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.